So, welcome to my channel. And on this channel, we talk about music, politics, art, and everything in between, really. Apparently, adorable, sexy, okay, and witty. So, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I was supposed to put up this video yesterday, but due to technical difficulties, we couldn't do it. Yes, I crocheted my hair. Silver. Judge me. Anyway, I have a cold. The weather is changing. Spring is coming, so a girl's gotta keep warm. So if at any point I sound more nasal than usual, I have a cold. Well, today I'm talking about the Raw Conversations podcasts and what they said on their podcast. If you don't know, I subscribe to most Zambian channels here on YouTube. I support smaller YouTubers. I love it because it's more real and original. Not only that, I also love it when more Zambians come onto the YouTube or do their podcast. Like I usually subscribe, and I'm really interested in hearing what they have to say. So last week, if I was listening to it on Sunday. Today's a Tuesday. I'm making this video on a Tuesday. On Sunday, I was listening to the Raw Conversations podcast with Crumbs and Fanatic, and they were talking about the Dub Boys. Now, if you're not aware, it's blowing up. There's a Pum 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 song, which is done by the Dub Boys. It's taken over. It's like the most happening song right now on all radio stations, if I'm not mistaken. Many people are dancing to it, and it's a happening song right now. So these two boys are from Mundola. The Dub Boys are from Mundola, and they came onto the scene. However, there's a video that just popped up recently of them in a car, and they're talking about, oh yeah, we're now famous. We fuck bitches, quote unquote. We fuck bitches. We do drugs. It wasn't a very tasteful video, let me say. And when I saw that video, I immediately tried to get in contact with their manager, Ezra Blackson, and unfortunately, I couldn't get through to him. So this video has been making its rounds, and the Raw Conversations podcast guys they didn't mince words. However, I had a few issues with what they said, though. They called the Dub Boys simple-minded. I don't know if I think it was more Fanatic who called the Dub Boys simple-minded. I don't know why he called them simple-minded. He basically called them stupid, which was uncalled for. Like, I was like, why are you calling them out of their name for? Like, have issues with their music or their art, but like, don't attack their person, until they do something I don't even think it's fair to call somebody that anyway. Anyway, he called them simple-minded. And on the Raw Conversations podcast, they were called a one-hit wonder. Oh, they were going in on them anyway. So, my take. That video came out. I had issues with it. The management, Ever Moving Forward brand, got out a letter which they forgot to edit because it was from 2018. Like, guys, come on. Proofread. Anyway, they came up with an apology saying, you know what, when this video came out, this is an old video that has come out now. These guys are addicted to drugs, and they were addicted to drugs, and they're going through therapy to stop this, drug abuse thing, and we apologize. They basically apologize on behalf of the boys. If you hear, that's my baby in the background with the dad, but whatever. Anyway, so that apology was stated. The Raw Conversations podcast were saying that because of this apology, it was opportunistic on Ezra's part. They're the brand manager, their promoter. He was being opportunistic in that he used that because he's having a campaign. There's a campaign that's been going on, the codeine campaign that he has been doing to bring awareness to the fact that there's a codeine substance abuse, which I have noticed myself. Most Zambian drivers, or most drivers, will drink codeine, like the cough syrup. There's codeine in there. They'll drink it so that they pass the alcohol test, the breathalyzers, so they drink that instead of drinking alcohol. Then they get high off of that. And so he decided to bring awareness to this. And this campaign has been going on for a long time. Like, I saw it. But the boys I'm calling them boys, no disrespect, our boys on the Raw Conversations podcast were like, he's being opportunistic because now he's like trying to throw his business in there, and we have never heard about this Godin movement. I have an issue with that. You know, Lusaka, not all, but most Lusaka people think Zambia is Lusaka and Lusaka is Zambia, which is not the case. I heard about this Godin. I've been hearing it before even I knew about the Dope Boys, Pum Pum Pusomo, before the Dope Boys video even came through. Ignore that. Even before the Pum 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 thing came out, like I knew about it. I've seen it on Facebook. It's been trending. Paul the Prince did a video on it. Maureen Manawasa said something on it. Like I saw it. So I think it was unfair that they were calling the manager out of his name to say he was being opportunistic. Their words, not mine. They did, however, try to get in contact with Ezra, and his phones went unanswered, which is like so horrible. Like if you're a manager, you're promoting somebody, all your phones, all your social media is off. Like literally, they cannot get to you. So I'm gonna give them a voice of pass because they tried to get his word, but his phones were off. What a horrible manager. And I did too. I did try to get a hold of him. I tried to listen to what he had to say. I contacted him on Facebook, on Instagram, on WhatsApp. Like he was, like he's off. He's just poof. So it's your own fault. If word around the streets is your opportunist and you don't want to come and clarify, that's your problem. But however, he did respond to my message on Facebook, and he said that, quote unquote, he tried to get in contact with the Raw podcast guys and they did not respond to him, basically. Like he told them, oh, okay, I'm willing to come onto your show to talk about this Godin thing and whatever, but they did not get back to him. So I don't know if there's any issues that they have, whatever. Yeah, I'm trying to create beef. Another issue I had was when they called the Dope Boys the one-hit wonder. I personally like about 3 songs from the Dope Boys. My favorite is Indela Kumasala. That's my favorite Dope Boys song. Boom 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 is making it like whatever, but they were like, oh, it's a one-hit wonder. Then they compared it to Your Maps. They were like, oh, look at Your Maps. Your Maps is like making it big, and I personally only know one Your Maps song, the one he actually featured Makitu in the finale song. That's the only that if you put a gun to my head and told me. I can't even sing it, but I know that that's a song. That's a Your Map song, the finale song, because it's been playing everywhere on the internet. It's been playing. So, but it's unfair for me to say that Your Maps is a one-hit wonder because I don't know his other works. If I paid attention to Your Maps, maybe I'll get to know more about Your Maps. So it was really unfair for the Raw Conversations podcast guys to call the Dope Boys simple-minded and one-hit wonders, insinuating that they were one-hit wonders because they never paid attention to them. And they said, oh no, we called our friends on the Copper Belt, and they were like, we've never heard of these boys before. Yeah, you called your Lusaka friends who live on the Copper Belt, you know, the ones who are, I don't listen to Zambian music kind of guys. Those Dope Boys are big in Masala. And sometimes that's all you need. That crowd, that's like, you have your fan base. Like they're big where they are. I'm sure if I went to Chipata, there's a big artist that I've never heard of, but he's like doing his tours in Chipata and he's making his money from Chipata, but I've never heard of him. So it was really unfair. That's my opinion on it. It was really, really unfair. That's my take on it. Then going on to Facebook, you guys, just even today, this started on Monday. I think this started yesterday or on Sunday. There's this girl who goes by the name of Millie Beauty Products. You can check that out. She does, talks. She's a misogynist. She's a gatekeeper. Anyway, she talks about she's bleaching her skin and she's selling her bleaching creams and whatever. So they were having this back and forth with another girl who's from the Copper Belt called Serafina. They were talking about, basically they were just insulting each other on social media, okay? Serafina was being called out and her name was being called ugly because she's dark-skinned and she hasn't bleached her skin. And then they were saying, oh, Serafina, when you come to Lusaka, we're going to like bleach you so that you become clean. Their words, not mine. Because according to them, being dark-skinned is being dirty. And then they were calling her Zakado. There is also Zakado here on YouTube. So if you don't know who that is, just check for Zakado here on YouTube, okay? And they were calling him, mentioning him out of his name and stuff. And then there's another guy who I also mentioned, I've done a video on him, the Simon Mwewa guy who, the misogynist also, who was making that woman pick up paper, that guy. So Millie and Serafina, they're insulting Serafina, and they're insulting. I'm gonna call it insulting because that's how I saw it when I was watching those videos. And then they call in Zakado and they're saying, "Oh, you Zakado." Da, 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 da. So Zakado did a video. Actually, first Simon Wewa guy did a video. He was like, "Oh, you couple of people, you stay in your lane. This is not. This is LSK. Um, what do you have on the copper belt? Black Mountain, you change you." Like, oh, okay. Then they bucked up the wrong tree, you guys, because Zakado was not having it. He released the video on Facebook. And he was like, "I don't box with your motherfuckers. Do not call me out of my name. Get my name out of your mouth. Because I take this. Don't come for me. Okay? Do not come." I was watching that video and I clutched my invisible pearls. I was like, "Dear Lord Zeus, what is going on?" I was scared, guys. Zakado was not having it. He was going in. And he was speaking bam bam. He was going in. He was like, "I'm gonna mix your blood with the sand." I was like, shit, what did these fuckers do? That apology from Millie and to Simon Mwelane like came real quick after that video went viral. After the Zakado video went viral, they were apologizing left, right, and center. I mean, Simon Mwelane guy is as stubborn as a mule, but like he was apologizing. He wrote an apology letter on Facebook. He did an apology video on Facebook. I was like, damn. This Millie bleaching beauty person was like apologizing also to Zakado. We didn't know that you had nothing to do with her. Oh, it was jokes, guys. It was jokes. So that go for build there. It's like, ish. Manishwa, even if you want to have kuseka, mama, quite go kuseka, no go kuseka, kwanga, mnishibo kwanga. Dawa mwishibo muntu wino, then you start talking crap about that person and you don't even really know that person. Like, what are you trying to do? You don't know me like that. You don't know me like that. We don't joke like that. This is my. It was like, you're calling my brand. This is my brand because it's true though. It's like, I don't even brand. Like, I've seen people advertise using him, so that's a brand also. So like this Facebook beef, Coppola LSK beef, like those are goods. Like those are. Marco Mardo. I have never seen an apology come that quick. In that, it takes a while. Oh, well, 2 apologies from one person. And the whole video. Saying, "No, we apologize. That's our brother." You better. I'm still watching for that mess. There's another girl involved, but I need to get to the bottom of this. There's an Anita girl involved. I need to get to the bottom of that too. I am following this story to the T. I'm telling you. Woo! I'm going to make myself some chicken noodle soup. And I will see you in my next video. However, you guys share, like, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. Do you agree? If you haven't, listen to the podcast from the Raw Conversations. They talk about it like for the first 30 minutes or so. They are talking about this same Ezra Dog Boys issue and / apology. So listen to it and come back here. Let's talk about it in my comment section. And I will see you in my next video when I'm less my zone.